Okay, so let's do this. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Do you understand the rights that we just read to you? Lawyer. Don't do this. Help us help you. Do you understand the rights? You need to talk to us now. Come on, Jay. Do you understand? You want to talk to us? Can you talk to us? Help us help you. I need a lawyer, man. Is your name Jay Williams? These dudes don't listen very well, man. I need a lawyer. We already know what happened. We just need you to give us, fill in the blanks, man. That way, it's going to look better on you if you help us. Lawyer. Don't do this lawyer shit. You're going to throw your life away. Lawyer. Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. YouTube is on fire right now. This dude, come here. This dude keeps running around biting me. Remember Nico? We'll get back to that in a second. Remember this dude? This dude is a terrorist. Remember that movie Critters? The little balls bite everything. This is that guy. This guy is hell reincarnated. He destroys everything. He is bad. Look. Go play. Can you go play? Can I make my video? You like dog treats and food and all that stuff? Yeah. Let me do what I do. All right, go play. YouTube is on fire right now. Back to what I was saying. It's not looking good, man. The verdict is in. And everybody is spamming my comments. Jay, what do you think about this dude's situation? And you already know what I'm talking about. I am not a clout chaser. There is nothing in the thumbnail about what we're talking about as far as this individual. I'm not going to mention this individual's name, because then you could say, well, you said his name, so it puts you in the algorithm as to what's going on. I don't need that clout. It's bad. It's all the way bad. Let me make this very clear to you. I have cut people off I've known my entire life behind telling on people. I've had people I trusted tell on me, so it's a sensitive subject. As far as this individual goes, y'all know who I'm talking about. Talked to the man twice through YouTube. I've never met him in person. He is not my homeboy. He is not someone moving forward I'll be doing business with. I'm not going to get on here and bash him. Not what I do. It's not what I got to do to have content. You're going to see a lot of channels that all they do is talk about this. You're going to see channels that get no views, catch a little, a little wave, a little 4 minute, ride the wave, and then boom, crash once they ain't got nothing else to talk about. I've seen it happen with YouTubers in the past. Someone else I once knew, that I once dealt with, that I have not dealt with since that situation took place, also had that happen to him. All these guys came out through woodworks making channels and getting together and talking about this person, and then once he disappeared and they couldn't talk about him no more, their channels plummeted. I stuck to my content. I'm going to continue to stick to my content. That is my response to what everybody has to say. Any questions that have to be asked, pretty sure I just covered everything just now, and if I did not cover it, lawyer. Today we're going to be covering times I've been told on, situations I've been in, interrogations. For anybody that knows me on a one-on-one level, anybody that deals with me on YouTube, you know my real name. Go pull up the tapes. I can promise you the interrogation will be about the length of a YouTube short. As long as it takes them to get out what they've got to say that we covered in the beginning of the video, only thing you will see me say after that is, yo, man, I need a lawyer, man. That's what we're getting into today. Being snitched on, being told on. When guys tell, why do I got to do this? Why do I have to do this? You know how to seen it. You know how to lived it. So let's relive it. The list of reasons people would tell on you is endless. Let me see. I've been told on by females that didn't want to see me with another female. Told her, hey, look, this ain't working out, man. You would jump off. It was just something I jumped on. Now I'm jumping off. We're not together. You're not my girl. You're getting a little too clingy. I gotta move on to what I'm doing. Please stop blowing me up. No, we're not gonna be kicking it no more. It was fun, but I gotta run. And they get in their feelings. Hear about you with the next female, or hear these females talking about you. She knows some things about you, and she tells. I've had that happen. With my brother, my brother Philly, he had pissed off a girl at the time, and that is how they located us and where we were living in Philadelphia. That's how the U.S. Marshals and, Philly's police department in Southwest got onto where we was at. He called her on Mother's Day, told her he didn't want to be with the girl, told her he was messing with this chick, and she in turn came to Philly. She knew about where we'd be at because of a tattoo he had with 68th Street on it. So she knew if she could find 68th Street in Philly, she could find us. She ends up crazy enough name dude had in the neighborhood, Pac. She finds a dude in the neighborhood named Pac. Pac was known to buy stolen stuff, sell stolen stuff. Pac knew who he was, and Pac told where we were living. She came to my homeboy Jimbo McClay's house, made a whole bunch of racket. Shorty was off in the head, caused a big scene, wrote down the address, and left. She brought two of her homegirls with her. She left, came back to Virginia. No sooner as she got back to Virginia, she called up robbery homicide detectives, told them you can catch Brian and Jay at such and such address in Philadelphia, at which time U.S. Marshals got involved. Philadelphia Police Department out there got involved, and they came and rounded us up. She told. Everybody knows she told. Everybody continued to kick it with her. I told dudes she told on us. And they, to this day, that's the world we live in. Back to the whole thing of kicking it with people. I've kicked it with people that other people didn't like. So that person gets told on, I happen to be with them, and I get jammed up. Some people would tell to get themselves out of situations. Some people would tell for the reward. Some people ain't even got to be in the situation, and if the police convince them that they're in trouble, they would tell on you. I've told you in the past, and if you ain't watched the video, go back and check it out. I've told you in the past my first apartment was raided. We're going to get into why my first apartment was raided and why I was told on. So I get my first apartment. I'm 17, not even 18 yet, about to turn 18. 17, I had more than a lot of people have had at, to mention today. But I got my first apartment. My first apartment was the flop house. Everybody chilled at my apartment. 16, 17, 18, 19. If you were a teenager, that was the kicker spot. Dudes came and went all day. Females came and went all day. We smoked big blunts and drank lots of beer. That was what we were known for doing. We were also big, and it's stupid. Don't do this. Nobody wants to have their stuff stolen. I don't want my stuff stolen, please. But we were breaking into cars back then. We were those badass delinquents. It legitimately looked like something out of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie when you walked in our house. The wall was stacked up with amps, stacked up with speaker boxes and car stereos. I mean, you name it, the Pioneer Super Tuners, the Jensens, like we had all the dope decks back then. All the big old school Rockford Fallsgate amps, the Clarion amps, some old Square Kenwood and the Kickers, like we had all that. My apartment gets raided. A whole bunch of us go to jail. They fill vans up with all this stolen stuff they got out of my apartment. They've got weed and evidence bags. They've got so much stuff. They recovered 2 different pistols. It's not a good day to be Jay. They get me down to the interrogation to interrogate me about everything they had in my apartment. From the moment I sat down, they did not Miranda me. They tried to play the buddy role. Mind you now, at this point, I was 17 when I got to the apartment, turned 18 right after that, so I'm now an adult. I'm one of the only adults in the apartment when it gets raided. Or I guess one of the only ones over 18. I wasn't even there. I came there and then seen everything going on, right? They don't Miranda me. They don't do none of that. They try to play the homeboy, the kick it role. They try to be my friend, right? Laughing and joking amongst themselves, trying to seem cooler than they are because they're not cool. And then they sit down where they've got me handcuffed to this table. And they start questioning me about everything. As they're questioning me, I'm not talking. I know that I'm getting ready to go to jail. I know it's a wrap for me. The apartment's in my name. Y'all got everything. But I'm curious as to how y'all found out about all this. But I can't ask them that. But that's what's going on in my mind is, how did they get on us, man? How did they figure this out? Somebody has to be telling. Indeed, it was. There was 2 people telling. One of my homeboys brings a dude over and introduces me to this guy, a guy by the name of Johnny. Johnny comes in, introduces himself, seems cool, whatever. He cool, my homeboy, he cool with me. Let's smoke, let's joke, let's have a good time, right? Prior to coming to my apartment, had been caught out in the apartment complex breaking in cars, stealing stuff. They caught Johnny one night and told him, let us know what you know and we'll cut you a deal. We'll let you go. Your court case is in the mix. But when we go to court, if you cooperated with us and gave us some other people and get some other people off the streets, we'll make your case go away. They start questioning me. Not no dummy. I told you I've been doing this a long time. I was smart at a young age. I sit quietly. No statement. Nothing to say. They talk. I yawn, I sit there. Sure enough, it comes to an end. I'm not going to say nothing. They get tired of talking. They get tired of talking to each other. They get tired of me sitting there like a mom. I'm giving them the silent treatment. Then they go ahead and read me my rights. And after they're done with that, they get me up and they take me over to the jail and they book me in. No statement. Whoever is able to pull interrogation tapes, go pull mine. You'll see no statements given. Or if I do talk, I say lawyer. Time to go to court, right? We're going to find out what's real now because whoever told on me is either, they're going to have a confidential informant or somebody. But when you got a case and you're telling on somebody else to help you with your case, you've got to come in there and testify on me. I go to court. I walk in the courtroom. I bonded it out, got my lawyer with me. And boom, in walks Johnny. Hell, Johnny doing here? Coming to support? He coming to show the kids some love, right? They arrested him too because he did get arrested. Everybody got arrested there. So maybe we got caught the same day. And he walks towards me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He's walking towards me. I'm staring at him. And he walks right over beside me and stands beside the prosecutor. Rat bastard. They get into the whole thing. I done been hit with at this time, when this is all, prior to this, I think it's a couple months prior to that, I also got contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Because Johnny also told them that I had given him weed, I had given him alcohol. I ain't even old enough to buy alcohol. We were stealing it and had people that would sell it to us. But I got hit with that charge on Johnny also, which I just thought, because I had a whole list of charges, I just thought because he was underage, he lived there with me, resided, had a bed in my apartment. I trusted this dude. I thought I just got hit with it because he was underage. Cops get up there and start telling everything that happened the day they raided the apartment. They start showing everything. The guns. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, the guns. Exhibit C, the weed. Then they start showing photographs and bringing in stuff into the courtroom of all the audio equipment. I'm sitting down with my lawyer at this point. Everything's been read out. Me and my lawyer now sitting down. We're going to trial. And as I'm sitting there, they call their first character witness. Mr. Johnny gets up, walks up, puts his hand up, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God. Yes, I do. I'm here to tell on Jay. And he goes into details of what we did each and every night. Who I would leave out with, who I would return with, who we would sell things to, who would come by, who we got weed from, who we sold weed to. This dude told on everything. I'm pretty sure he helped them catch Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, This dude found Nemo. He told on everybody. My lawyer cross-examines him and eats him to pieces. Have you been promised anything for your testimony today? No. You sure? Think hard about it. Don't lie. You're under oath now. Well, yeah, look, I did get caught one night, man. I was breaking into some cars and I got caught. And the people told me if they could get me some more people that were doing similar things, they'd let me go. So you gave them Jay? Yes, sir. Did you know Jay prior to this? No. How did you meet him? I met him through such and such. Did you ever accompany him in stealing things? No. I went with another guy and Jay went with this guy. That was his best friend and that was the only person he really trusted to go with him. So you never physically saw him steal anything? Nope. So how are you giving this statement? Well, I heard them. So it's hearsay. So he could have been lying and you could be lying, telling a lie that was told, I guess. And as far as the contributing charge goes, Jay gave you weed? Yes. Did you ever have your own weed? Yes. Did you ever go get weed? Yes. So you had weed, but you're trying to say that he gave you weed, but you had weed. Yeah, I guess so. Spanked all the charges. Do you know why I spanked the charges? Because at the point that they started interrogating me and questioning me, even though I knew they had me, allegedly, dead in their sights, they had all the evidence right there. Lawyer. I never spoke. I never denied, confirmed, none of that. I gave them the silent treatment. They had nothing to go on as far as Jay goes. Had I have said anything pertaining to that case, I would have been found guilty that day. I would have been sent off to prison at 18. I did, ironically enough, within the months to come, get jammed up on other cases and so on and so on. I stayed in trouble. But one thing about Jay is, and anybody that knows Jay knows, if I get caught for something, I get locked up. I'm not one of those dudes that's been arrested 20 times that has never been to prison. Or has been arrested 20 times and all his charges just kind of disappear. Where they do that at? How many of y'all know somebody that's been arrested God knows how many times and just somehow that dude don't never do no time? It's like John Gotti, bulletproof, just beats every single case. Impossible. Look at OJ. You can get away with some things, but you eventually gonna get caught. And if they can't get you for this, oh, you best believe they're gonna smoke your boots when they get you for that. Oh, Johnny told on me, beat all the charges. He had to move far away. His parents and them lived in an apartment complex that we used to hit. They all had to relocate because the neighborhood started applying pressure to them. It was known, 100% facts. No denying it. It's not a rumor. It's not no ifs, ands, or maybes. You told on me, homeboy. I sat right there in the courtroom and watched you. You expected me to go to prison and not be able to tell nobody what you did. But everybody knew what you did. Johnny would move away, and that would be the end of him and his snitchery. Let's get into my next story. This dude's just be telling. Break down some things you need to know as a civilian. You need to know if, say, you should end up in that interrogation room. A lot of guys, at the moment they're put in handcuffs or they're called down to the station, feel that if they do not talk to the police, they're going to go to jail. A lot of guys have already been arrested and feel that if they talk to the police, that is going to release them from the situation they're in, or that the police are going to help them. Let me explain this to you. The cops have one job to do at the moment they get you in custody. And that job is to have you locked up. That job is to prove who did what. Anything you say, they tell you, anything you say, listen now, can and will be used against you in the court of law. So as you're talking to them, you are helping them build their case. You're thinking you're digging your way out of the hole, when in reality, you're digging the hole. You're giving them more pieces of the puzzle. Do not talk to the law. Even if you are innocent, if you have been dragged in there, they have reason to believe something. So they're looking to prove that somebody did something. People go to prison every day for things they did not do. If I was to get drug in right now on something I knew nothing about, the first thing I'm going to say is, hey man, I need a lawyer. This sounds kind of bad. And like y'all looking to put somebody in jail. I need a lawyer. Where were you? I need a lawyer. What's your name? You know who I am. You brought me down here. I need a lawyer. They are not your friends. They will buddy you, joke with you, laugh with you, try to make you feel comfortable. Hey, can I get you something? You want a bag of chips? They're not your friends. They're there to do a job. They are very good at what they do. They will take the things you say and twist them and revisit it and try to catch you in a lie and say you're lying, but it's got nothing to do with that. You lie because you know something, but you didn't do nothing. They're going to twist it until they catch you in it. And now they're going to use that against you. Never talk to the police. Guys I've known forever have told on me. Please explain to me how I can be on the run in a hotel room with a bunch of people I know, dudes I know, and 5 minutes after being in the room ain't in my name, ain't no vehicle outside with no plates attached to me. We didn't get followed here that I'm sure of. How is it 5 minutes after we're in the room, the police are knocking on the door telling us we know Jay is here, tell him come out. True story now. When this happened, I went to the window because we're on the 4th floor. I'm thinking maybe I can jump out this hotel window and land on the balcony below me. And I look out the window and the cops are standing out there and they're looking up at me. I'm trapped. What do you think I did? Do you think I just tried to hide so that the police could come up in there and find everything all my homeboys had? Dudes got guns on them. Dudes got drugs. Dudes got all types of things they shouldn't have. I walked out the hotel room, turned around, and they put me in custody. To this day, I do not know which one of my homeboys in that room told on me. But it is a proven fact that one of them told on me. I had a homeboy, big ass dude, fought all the time. Struck a little bit of fear in some dudes. Not because he would fight all the time, but because he was just so big and got so violent. Me and this dude had fought several times, up to date then, and then several times afterwards. On this day in question, he had said something to somebody else, and it made its way back to me. So I told him, nah, he's a liar. Ain't none of that ever happened. And when I see him, I'm going to call him on it. So I'm out at these apartment buildings one day, right? Me and a whole bunch of dudes out there chilling, got the 40s, drinking, smoking, just doing what we do. And I'm sitting on the back of this car in front of this apartment building. I see this red car pull up, a chick's driving. I see a dude get out the passenger seat. I don't know. And then I see this big dude get out the back seat. He comes up, hey, what's up, man? He's trying to chop it up and talk to us, right? Meanwhile, I'm just sitting on the back of the car, just looking at him, steadily smoking. So Jay puts his hand up to dab me up, and I just look at him. What's up with you? And was it just like that? You dab me up? What's up with you, man? What's up? You said this, boom, boom, boom. No, it ain't even like that. Yeah, it is like that. You said it. Well, what you trying to do then? He gets all rowdy, right? So I go ahead and pass off the blunt, hop off the back of the car, back up. Whatever you trying to do, I'm with it. I'm with the business. Let's do it. Come over here in the grass. Come over here in the grass. I'm like, nah, we can rumble right here in the streets. He's much bigger than me. Outweighs me by, at the time, close to probably 150 pounds. I said, nah, we can thump right in the middle of the streets. We'll go fight on the blacktop. He wants me to come in the grass. I know this from fighting him in the past and from watching him fight other guys because he is a ginormous fat guy. And what he wants to do is try to scoop you and slam you in the grass and then use his weight to do what he does to you. Badass dog. Nah, we're going to toe-to-toe right out here. And you trying to do that to me on the concrete, on the pavement, on the blacktop, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt your elbows. You're going to hurt your knees. You can't just do that to me, so you're going to have to eat these. We're going to run right here. No, he keeps running his mouth, Oh, you going to pull a gun. You're going to pull a gun. Get rid of the gun. Get the gun up off of you. And then we can see what it is. We can see what it really is. Man, you ain't said nothing. So I give my homeboy the gun. Pull the gun out. Yeah, take this. My homeboy takes it, goes right maybe 15, 20 feet from where we're at. Moves the bush, sticks up underneath the bush, right? Hey, tells the dude who's in the car, hey, stand over there, man, so in case I get to getting him, he can't get to the gun. He gonna try to get the gun. I know what he gonna do. We all know what he does. He gonna try to go get that gun. I said, I don't need no gun, man. I'll beat your big ass. What's up? So we get to rumbling. Meanwhile, the people outside the apartment complex, they got children. There's a pool out there. Little kids running around. All these people are watching me and him rumble right in the middle of the streets. They've been called the cops from the moment that he pulled up and we got to arguing. They know. All right, this is going to be bad. We don't want the kids to see this. We're in the middle of fighting. When I hear the cop call, I can hear it in the distance. Coming down the street, I can hear the sirens coming, right? So I go ahead and I back up. As soon as I back up, the cop spins the block, pulls up in the apartment complex, right? I go to walk off. I'm trying to walk over to the car where I was at and just blend into the crowd of people. Cops pull up. Everybody, don't nobody move. Everybody put your hands up. They done got calls. There's a fight. There's a gun involved. Ain't no gun involved. But I guess the people overheard him talking about the gun. I'd have split his shit. Got a couple little marks on me. Nothing too bad, you know what I mean? And the cops immediately, me and a couple other homeboys go walking off. And we're just walking down the sidewalk. Get the hell up out of here. We don't talk to the police. I'm not trying to go to jail behind this fighting with his dumbass dude. What do you think he says? Hey, what's going on? What's going on out here? Who's fighting? We ain't saying nothing. We walking. This dude's leaking. Hey, I got to fighting with Jay. Yeah, the one walking right there with the black Air Force Ones on. Air Force One gang. With the black Air Force Ones on. Yeah. No, we just pulled up. He took off on me. And he got a gun in the bush. Where did they do that at? Sir, come here. Let us talk to you. I take off. I run on them. My homeboys run too. So now they're chasing us, and there's a section of woods that go to this housing complex, but they can't catch us. We lose them. Boom. I take off. Later that evening, when the girls is out there, tells me, cops got your gun. I know they got my gun. I went back looking for it, and if they didn't get it, one of the guys out there got it. Nah, he told them right where the gun was. They went and got the gun. I bet, man. That's what's up. Fast forward a couple weeks, I'm riding in a car, right? We get pulled over. Traffic infraction, something they did while they was driving speeding or something. But we get pulled over. I'm in the back of the car, pretty drunk. Been drinking a lot that day, right? And by now it's probably, say around 7:30, 8, somewhere around that time of night. I gotta watch this dude. He'll chew my feet up. They started asking for IDs. Back then, we didn't know that you could just be like, I ain't giving you no ID, and pull your phone out and record them and everything be good. We didn't have the phones back then. They get my ID. It comes back that I'm wanted for questioning on a firearm and a assault that took place out in the apartment complex, right? Allegedly. Even me taking the gun off me was all allegedly. So they get me and they put me in handcuffs. I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on? Are you going to jail? Going to jail for what? I ain't done nothing. Like, I'm drunk, yeah, but I ain't done nothing wrong. We'll talk to you when we get down to the police station. Meanwhile, we're riding in the car and they're calling their codes over the radio and dispatch and going back and forth. They get me down there, they strap me, they handcuff me to a bench outside in the main part of the police department in the back. And they got me sitting there. And I'm like, hey, what's my charges, man? Detectives will be in shortly to talk to you. Hours go by. They do the waiting game to make you start to sweat. I've been sitting there. Just waiting. Looking at the clock. Usually they'll keep a clock in the wall. I just watch that bit. Tick, 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 tick. Feels like forever. Every minute just feels like eternity while I'm sitting there. Eventually this tall black dude comes walking in. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, how long you been in here? About 3 hours. I know you're uncomfortable sitting on that steel. He's trying to play the buddy role with me. Come on, man, let me get them handcuffs off you real quick. Your wrist all right? He unhandcuffs me. Takes me in the interrogation room. First thing I ask him is, am I under arrest or am I free to go? Right now, you're being detained for questioning. Detained for questioning for what? Look, first I'm going to read you your rights. You're reading me my rights. Am I under arrest? Like I said, you're not under arrest, but I'm reading you your rights. You need to know your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Blah, 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 blah. They go into all this, right? Then they ask me, do you understand the rights that were just read to you? I do not say yes. I do not say no. I sit there. I ask you once again, Mr. Williams, do you understand the rights that have been read to you? At which point I tell them, I don't have anything to say, man. I need a lawyer. Do you understand your rights, yes or no? I need a lawyer. I understand that I need a lawyer. I don't even know what's going on yet. Well, here's what we're going to do. I understand you need a lawyer, so you ain't got to answer no questions. But since we got to wait for you to be transported over to the jail, transported over to the jail for what? Am I being charged? Just listen, and we're going to run things down to you. You might want to help yourself in a situation because We got all the evidence we need. We know everything. So I'm just gonna tell you what I know, and maybe you can help yourself. At this point there, I'm not saying anything else. I'm legitimately sitting in this chair just listening, just waiting. Either take me to jail or let me go, but there's nothing I'm going to say on the day in question that's going to incriminate me or help you do what you do or help you do something to him. I'm going to keep it all the way straight, no cap, 100%. On said date, where were you? I've already told him lawyer, so at this point, I don't have to answer any questions. I'm not going to answer any questions. I just sit there. Okay, we know where you were at. You were at such apartments. Can you either deny or confirm that? Did you get the fighting out there that day? Well, we know you got the fighting. We seen you, or the officers seen you leave the scene as they pulled up. They seen that y'all were still kind of going at it at the time. If it wasn't you, say it wasn't you. If you weren't there, say it wasn't you. What they're trying to do is they're trying to catch me in a lie. I continue just to sit. Not going to say anything. All right, look, we don't care about the fight. We really don't care about that. The guy's a troublemaker. We all know who he is. We know who you are. You're both kind of street dudes. Y'all going to fight. Who cares? Kill each other for all we care. Where'd the gun come from, Jay? We got somebody saying that they saw you physically put the gun in the bush. You don't want to go to jail for no gun charge, Jay. You need to speak up. If it's not your gun, just say, hey, it's not my gun. Saying it's not my gun puts me at the scene. It makes me appear to know about the gun. Now they've got me caught up in some type of web. I give no response. They continue to drill me and question me. Where'd the gun come from? They keep going into this. And I think it was like at least 3-4 times I told them, lawyer. At one point, I got up and told them, look, if I'm not, I ain't got no charges yet, man. So y'all are legally detaining me. If I'm not being arrested, I'm going to leave. The door's locked. I'm not going nowhere. He knocks on the door and they open it from the outside. 20 minutes of this goes by and I have still not given a statement. I'm just sitting there, just listening, looking around the room, keep looking up at the clock. Every now and then I look at him like he's stupid. When it was all said and done, they cut me free. You can't use the statement of somebody I just got into it with as a means to arrest me. He's got every reason in the world to lie. That could have been his. And he could surely tell y'all it's mine. He doesn't like me, and y'all could charge me with it. I was not charged with it. I walked out of there. I sat there about 20 minutes, walked out, walked down the street to this little gas station. It was like a shell. Jumped on the payphone, called my people. My people came and picked me up. What happened? Brother told on me, man. What you mean he told on me? He told on me. Let me tell you the messed up part about these streets, right? A lot of people go, not me, not me. Yeah, a lot of y'all. Even after everybody knew he told on me, they kicked it with him. They would continue to kick it with him. I saw him in the future, and we was on some, when you see me, don't ever speak to me type shit. We'd be in the same group, same party, and we wouldn't have no dealings. We did fight 2 more times after this, right? I wouldn't have to speak to this dude. Our night would always lead into me and him getting into it. I told everybody, dude is the police, man. Straight up, he's the police. And they continued to kick it with him. I want y'all to go back and rewind this and understand you do have the right to remain silent, and that is what you want to do. Don't talk to the police. They're not your friend. You will help them help you go to jail. And you don't ever want to do that. And you also don't want to be the reason that anyone else ever goes to jail. You would be surprised now, 80%, check out the data, Google it, 80% of people that are taken and interrogated waive their Miranda rights. 80% choose to give some type of statement or talk to the police. How much of that percentage do you think say something along the way that helps the police lock them up? Y'all watch for First 48. A lot of times they ain't got nothing. They get to do that, and as you know, he starts crying. It was a bad night, man. I made a mistake, man. He had a gun too. They didn't even have, that man was going to walk in and walk out. And now he's going to prison. How many times have y'all watched First 48 and they get a guy and they don't say nothing? And they say, He lawyered up. At this point in time, we don't have enough evidence to hold him or to charge him with anything, so we're just going to keep working the case. You can be the biggest asset to getting you locked up if you decide to open your mouth. My kids are so bad. I had to stop what I was doing because they're about to kill each other. Welcome to being a parent. So anyways, the point of this video was to enlighten y'all. Some of y'all have already given statements. No taking that back. You've already done it. Damn, you've already done it. For the ones of y'all that haven't, please take heed to my advice. Most importantly, don't put yourself in situations or be around people that are going to force you to have to do these type of things. When I mean do these type of things, I mean even be in police custody or in a situation where they're questioning you to begin with. Live your best life. Go work a job. If you don't like the hood, get up out of it. If you don't like the circle of friends you got, then recreate them, make a new one. But I can promise you that it always ends bad. Hopefully my wife will be off work shortly and I can do some more content. If not, I'll just continue being a dad. But anyways, these jails, detention centers, back up. Today's video was for entertainment purposes only. Things in this video may or may not have happened. Anyways, these prisons, these jails, these facilities are all just crazier worlds inside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones, Stu thinks he's a pirate. And there are some real ones watching because y'all still watching me. Man, y'all know how we do. Salute.